All right, guys, welcome. Let's see what we got for this week. I already drove here from the previous session. Everything is in green on weekly, but as you see, there are high points in the market. Like it was here, it was kind of like here, and now on a higher point. It was here, it was here. So actually, that's what I'm looking for. Time to a slower movement, because this 20 days of September will be most likely a definition for the long-term run, which I'm gonna show you on the gold on at the end of the Zoom. Right now, is there a divergence forming a small structural divergence, which is not formed yet, but it's definitely forming. I would like to see some correction from the price, and after that, I would like to see a continuation movement to the upside. Okay, but first correction. After that, a huge or even a bigger move to the upside. We are above zero line. This is above the zero line. So let's say it comes down to this point, or even to this point, it will be even better, in my opinion. We could see a higher move from the price. Okay, right now, we crossed the REMA. It's a good sign, but it needs some space, in my opinion, to move forward. Okay, this is not yet the move what we are looking for, and I'm gonna also show you why. On the our NZD, we are still in this, we can say, consolidation channel, up and down, not a big deal. Nothing is happened here in the last couple of weeks. As you see, no movement, but right now is everything in red, everything turned into red. There is a possibility for the divergence, but I will just go with the momentum until this is not breaking. So first of all, we need to see a break of structure here or here. Okay, and we see a different picture because everything is in green right there. So I would definitely wait before I'm trading on Audi NCD, because this is just not tradable. Like it's messier. It's better to stay away from these charts. Okay. Then the Euro CHF, making some divergences lately. I already drew the potential pullback zones. That's what I expect from the market. Like there's also structural divergence. There is no divergence on the destroyer, but it's on a low point, which should be enough because it is also a higher point. And even if the price, you see, we already got the buy signal, but even if the price is about to rise, this is gonna make a divergence from the upside, because it's far away, unless the destroyer doesn't move that impulsive, which is different scenario. But yeah, that's what I want to see first of all. The Euro GBP, I have also two target zones, and also there is a consolidation right there. Nothing happened, but we are heading to the zero line. We are about to break zero line, so we can go to a higher spot on the Euro GBP. Okay, we are under the zero line, but there was a divergence, but the divergence made a small move down and it bounced. So most likely we're gonna see a convergence move, and also you see here the difference between the two. So there's something about to happen here as well. But wait for the signals. Like here, you already see the color change here as well. The REMA should turn into green as well. Okay. Then the DXY. I draw some target zones for the DXY weeks ago, and it looks like we are reaching that. I draw it here. This as well, you should remember, but it was kind of like this was my expectation. It comes from a higher spot and then from a convergence we heading up. But no, actually, as you see, it worked out very well. The second move was a bit smaller than expected, but still the divergence was there. May went down and then from a convergence went back up. And right now we are above the zero line. So what I want to see is also some retracement or just waiting right now because the momentum is still bullish, but it needs to make some retracement before it can go any further, in my opinion. Okay, we are reaching the first target zone. There is no divergence. Everything is rising. So if you see the weekly picture and the volume, how the volume is rising, I would expect a further movement. But we are reaching a zone, most likely. And we can talk about this as well, reaching this zone. And this should have some effect on the market, slowing down even the market to make some place for himself. Like even if it's not moving aggressively down, but just sideways or something, like to make some space for himself to make a bigger movement, because the second target is still, we can say, is far away. And yeah, that one needs space and time as well. Okay, so what I would like to see in the coming weeks, we had a beautiful momentum in the past few weeks, actually. But what I should expect is now a bit slower market, and I'm gonna tell you also why. This week, not very important news are coming, but the next week we're gonna have interest rate decisions, and something about to think about. So first we're gonna see some smaller movements, or kind of like a sideways movement, and when the time comes we could see an impulsive movement. But the another news, next week we're gonna have interest rate on the euro, which could have an effect on the DXY as well. So that's also what I'm looking for Thursday, but until then, not a big deal in the market. So let's see Monday, Tuesday, what the market is about to do right there. Right now is everything in green, so I wouldn't go against those signals. Like there is no sign for a reversal yet, and I don't think it's about to happen right now. So just watching the market, just see what's happening, just observing the market. Okay, and I think that's also what you should do the coming week, because this was something that you could expect from the market, but right now we are on a high spot. The momentum is already almost for, I can't say 2 months, but 1.5 months, something like that. It's right there. So it's a long period, and it just can go forever to the upside or to the downside. It need some correction. Okay. And that is what I'm looking for in the coming weeks. That will be a good scenario actually. By the interest rate decision of the euro, the price goes down, and by the interest rate decision of the dollar, the price goes back up. That will be the perfect scenario, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Okay, so keep watching the price, the DXY will be worthy. Let's see on smaller time frames. We are about zero line. We bouncing from the zero line, heading the resistance, which is broken a couple of times. But even if it comes to a lower spot, I would still look for the upside, because the structure is just like going up. Okay. But the first target is almost achieved. The CXY, a potential divergence under the zero line, a potential structural divergence forming right there as well. And on weekly, everything is in red, so I will not trade against this actually. And this as well. So this is the potential divergence, but actually that's it. Okay, maybe two divergences, but no other confirmations to our side. And trading on only a divergence, a forming divergence, is just reckless. It's not needed. Like, don't trade if it's not forming what we are looking for. It's just unnecessary. Okay. Everything is in red. I would follow right now the momentum, but like I said, the Mondays is more likely observing time. How first of all, how the week is starting. Okay, that's the first thing that you should look for, how the week is starting. It is positive or negative, and what is the bigger picture after the week is started. Okay. Then the AXY, we were in a channel, the channel is broken. What I would like to see, there is a chance for a divergence, okay? But like the CXY, everything is in red. I would not trade against that momentum. Like, okay, we have a break. What I would like to see is even a retest on the channel, and then a further movement down. That will be amazing. But right now, I wouldn't trade against that momentum, what we're seeing on daily and weekly, and it's not bullish yet. Okay, I would like to see first the price comes to this point, and from this point turning back up. That could work out actually. That's what I want to see from the XY. Then we got the XY, and there is also divergence forming, also in the structure, also in the destroyer, but here is also everything in red. So it's early to say that this is about to form a divergence, because even as you see on daily, it's just pointing to the downside. It's not confirmed yet that there is valid divergence, and we are also under the zero line. So yeah, let's say the price is coming back to the lowest point, and I think we are even on a historical low, but we have not enough data actually. But I think this was maybe the lowest point of the XY. I will take a look about that, and I'm gonna tell you next soon. Okay. Then the BXY, everything is pointing red. The momentum just broke, but we are still above the zero line, and there is a divergence forming as the rest of the currencies, but this one is quite different. Okay, there is aggressive or more aggressive movement what we could see, not like the AXY or even the SXY. You can see the difference between the two. But we are still above the zero line. So you see my target point, first of all. That will be nice to reach, but I would first see that the zero line is broken, actually. But here, as you come to the daily, you can see on the weekly base, we draw the channel, right? The weekly base, there is a channel which is broken and retested back on the daily perspective. Break, retest, went down, and everything is in red. So I would not trade against that momentum as well. Okay, so if I see what the price is actually showing is the XY mostly dominating right now the market, and the rest of the currencies is about to get weaker for a while. I think there will be something like a retest in the coming weeks, but after that I want to see something from the XY, which is on monthly basis, just about to form. As you see, I went back to the DXY and switched it to monthly. You see, we are above the zero line. There is something about to form. We just crossed it back. Okay, and it looks like there is a pattern just broken, but that's what I say. Those 20 days gonna be very important, because if it's happening, then we're gonna get on monthly basis the XY also turning into green, which is a great sign for a next run, which could even mean that we can see a stronger dollar for months even. Like as you see, okay, it was different case, but the previous momentum was around 550 days. It's just crazy, like, damn. Okay, I'm not saying that it's about to repeat, but as you see here, it's not a coincidence. Like, it's just not. Okay, maybe the second one should be a bit smaller, but yeah, I'm looking for that date to happen. Okay. Then the SXY, everything is in red, right? Just like the another currencies. But here is something that is really far away, and I think here also. So if you see the difference between the two, this is closer to the zero line. This is far away from the zero line, and there is a huge difference between the two. Actually, that's what I want to see from the SXY as well, because as you know, the SXY is also a currency which remains strong even if the rest of the currencies are weaker than usually. We just saw also that it respond the same way as the rest to the DXY strength, but there is something stronger forming than when you see the AXY. Okay, this is on the same spot. Like the SXY, there is a huge difference between the two. And also on the VVV plus, we can definitely see that, but the challenge is broken, and the direction is broken. maybe one more up move as the rest, taking back to the trend line, and then a bigger movement to the downside. That will be the perfect scenario. It is also on the AXY a divergence forming, which is not formed yet. So also in the structure we could see, and on a weekly basis everything is in red. Expect the destroyer. We reached a low point in the market, but right now this is not enough. Okay, just wait for the confirmations and go with a small strength of the XY. I think it's coming in soon. And then the AXY, this is not looking good actually. Everything is in red. The main direction is still to the downside. Everything is in red. There is also some divergences, but in a different way. Okay. One structure divergence and the second didn't form yet, so I wouldn't say this is a big thing right there. And even if, as you see, the previous support is just broke and retested back and one back down, that's also something that we could follow for a next movement to the downside. And then the gold himself, I draw out here a divergence weeks ago and played out very well. It's not as big as I expected, but it played out. We have two indicators in red and one in green, which is not willing to turn yet. But the bigger picture, this was my expectation from the market, actually. And it was a divergence bumping up, and from this perspective, this should remain the same. But we just gotta pull back down, which would mean that the divergence has happened in these two candles, and with the convergence we are heading down. And that's why I'm saying that those 20 days, 19 days to be exact right now, are gonna be pretty interesting, because as you see, in the following 20 days, the price is about to calm down to this level, let's say to this level. Then this is gonna turn into red. This is gonna turn into red, and then on monthly basis, we're gonna get the red signals actually on gold, which could mean a bigger movement, and we can talk about thousands of pips right there. And there is also structural divergence, which I'm saying for a long time for now. And the best part of it, in 3 months, the next candle is about to close. No, this candle is about to close and the next candle is about to start. But if the price is closing this, so let's say 1836 or 32, this could be also a strong signal, a candlestick pattern actually to the downside. And also, as I mentioned before, there is that huge divergence forming on yearly basis, and this could be the start of it. Okay, so we are heading to a very interesting point of the market in the coming 20 days, and after that the coming 2 months, because like I said, if it comes back to this point, this could be the start of something very big. Okay. I'm gonna show you here because we have here more data. Like, yeah, we are in red. There is structural divergence, almost the same as we can see on monthly basis, which is also interesting. It's just this move right here. Okay. But on the bigger picture, we are looking into the 80s back, and there is forming something from the 80s. So this is something big, and this could be the very start of it, actually. That's what I'm saying. This is gonna be very interesting for the coming days. Okay. Then a small look on the news. Nothing spectacular on Monday. On Tuesday, employment change from the GBP, a small CPY. Okay, anyways. Then the Wednesday, we see the CPY and yeah, mostly the CPY. The GDP could also have some effect on the market from the GBP, but the CPY gonna have the main focus. The employment changes from the Australian dollar in the night, early morning, I can say, should have an effect on the market. Then, as I said, the interest rate decision on Thursday, and then we are coming with the PPY. So the Thursday gonna be very liquid in both ways, and that's what I'm saying. As I was looking into the DXY, probably the price for the one is going to go down, and then for the next is going to go up, which means a consolidation, but in the bigger picture. On the smaller picture, and something else. I think those are powerful news, so we could see very big moves from them. And then the Friday CPY and the Empire State Manufacturing could have some effect on the market, and closing with the Michigan. Okay, and that was it for today, guys. Thanks for your attention. I see you next week. Have a great evening and a blessed next week. Let's get it. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.